What are my top 5 irons of 2019? Let's do it, and let's do it now. Hi everyone, James Robinson here. If you're new to the channel and this is your first time watching my content, first of all, welcome to the channel. Second of all, please make sure you do consider hitting that subscribe button before you leave. That way, you won't miss any of the great golf-related content that I bring to you guys every single day. Also, while you're there, make sure you give that notification bell a ring. That way, you won't miss any of the golf-related content. Today's video is a very special video. It is my top 5 irons of 2019 as the year draws to a close. Yesterday, I brought to you my top 5 drivers of 2019, and there were definitely a few surprises in there, so make sure you go check that out if you do want to see what my top 5 drivers were of the year. But irons, top 5 irons. Coming in at number 5 has to be the Ping Blueprint irons, and the main reason for this, just like in my driver video, there are reasons why these clubs are here, not just for me, but for you guys at home as well. So the main reason why the Ping Blueprint irons are in this video I mean, look at them. Oh, yes, please. For me, this is the first time that Ping have ever pretty much released an iron where I've thought, oh my gosh, yes please, that could quite easily go in my golf bag, no questions asked. And then, to be fair, I started hitting it and it got better. You see, Ping aren't known for their forged irons. Ping are known to make really good cast irons. For example, the G410, the G790, those kind of irons, more game improvement irons. So to be fair, when they came out with these, it was a bit of a game changer, and really, the only reason why they're at number 5 and not higher up is because they're so difficult to hit. These things, if you don't get them out the middle, don't offer you much in the way of forgiveness, but if you hit them like that, how could it not be higher up? Just a little side note, guys, have you seen how thin the 4-iron is on top? Because that is ridiculous. Okay, so that's number 5, the Ping Blueprint. Now carrying on with that player's style iron, number 4 has to be, for me, the Titleist T100. And the reason for me here is just how much technology they have managed to ram into this small, sleek style head. I'm not going to go through it all with you because I have done a review on these and I have done a review on all these irons. So if you do want to see a more in-depth video on any of these clubs and in the driver comparisons as well, make sure you go and check those out on the channel because they are somewhere in this video. Now, one of the big things that did it for me with these irons was when I did the videos with Mark Crossfield. I did a What's in the Bag Wars. If you've not seen that, where have you been? And I looked down at these irons and I looked down at the top line and I thought, you know what? Yes. So much so that Mark even moved from the MBs into these, and he said that the top line looks very, very similar, and that's something which I must say would definitely catch my eye as well with these irons. You see, they look great, they feel great, they perform very, very well. And one thing I like about the T100s as well is they are fairly traditionally lofted, not like a lot of other irons in ranges such as this, which are very, very, very strong lofted. Yes, please. Oh. So guys, that is number 5 and 4 out of the way. What about number 3? It would not be an iron video without talking P790. Now the P790 by Taylormade took the world by storm in 2017 when it was first released, and now we have the P790 Mark II, as it were. And this isn't at number 3, this could quite easily be number 1. Last year this was number 1, it was number 1 in most people's lists, to be fair. But for me, I've definitely found a few irons that maybe feel a little bit better, maybe dare I say look a little bit better this year than the P790. But one thing that I really do like about these irons is that they're just not they've just not changed much. They've just not really changed, well, they've hardly changed anything, let's be fair. The aesthetics look a little bit sharper, a little bit cleaner. We have a little bit more technology in there, albeit not a great deal. And I absolutely love that the name stayed the same. They didn't call it the P795, they didn't call it the P710, P710? They didn't call it the P890 and tell everyone that it's way better than the P790, which was so successful in the past. And I'm not going to lie, I think Taylormade of times past would have done that, but they saw that the product worked, they saw that the club was fantastic, it went down so well, not just with high handicaps, not just with mid handicaps, not just with low handicaps, with everybody. And if you're creating an iron that goes down that well, why on earth would you change it? It does feel better as well than the last model, I've got to say. So that is number 3, the Taylormade P790, the 2019 version. I'm really looking forward to seeing what's coming from Taylormade next year. There's got to be something coming, hasn't there? There's got to be something big coming. Has there? Okay, so we've had an offering from Ping, we've had an offering from Titleist, we've had the Taylormade P790. What's coming in at number 2 for my top 5 irons of 2019? This is, yeah, you know, you kind of say I forgot my homework. Well, so I haven't really forgot them, I just don't have them, you see. So the Callaway Apex Pros, the Callaway Apex Pros are absolutely beautiful. And I've said all along that if I wasn't going to use Mizuno irons, because I really, spoiler alert, really enjoy Mizuno irons. I think they feel better than anything. I think they look fantastic. I just think the whole story behind Mizuno irons and how they're made trumps most things. But the Callaway Apex Pros, which Chris has got, thanks Chris, but it does kind of speak volumes that Chris still has them, because Chris took them to test, took them to try, really enjoyed them. If you remember our What's in the Bag war, most of his clubs are borrowed, stolen, or just not his. He really enjoyed them. He's kept them all season. He's just used half a set. He's used the 4-iron, the 6-iron, the 8-iron, the pitching wedge, and he's really enjoyed them. I also really enjoyed them. And when I was in Australia, I saw them in black. So unfortunately, I can't hit any of them for you today, but I'll put some videos on of Chris hitting them in Dubai, because he probably hits them better than I do anyway, so there is that. So the Callaway Apex Pros are in at number 2 of my best irons of 2019. If you do get your hands on the smoked version, then I'm very jealous. Guys, that's number 2. Sorry I don't have them to hit, but blame Chris. What's in at number 1 of my top irons of 2019? Now this is a funny one, because my top iron of 2019 is, well, it's 2 irons. Yeah. So basically for me, the Mizuno Mp20 range takes it for the top irons of 2019. The reason being just how versatile they are, also how the MB and the HMB can look so damn good. The MMC, to be honest, for me, doesn't make it into the group because it just doesn't look as good and didn't suit my style. That's exactly why I'm not gaming them. It didn't suit my eye. The MMC for me does not go into the top irons of 2019 just because it doesn't look as good. But the fact that Mizuno have released clubs that look as good as the Mp20 MB and also as good as the HMB almost isn't fair. And I'm hitting both of the 4 irons here in the MB and the HMB, and to be honest, I just can't. Oh, that is the MB. It's gone right, but it felt so good. And I just can't see past how Mizuno have catered for everyone in this style of club. The HMB still looks pretty good down at the ball. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look as good as the MB, but I'm gaming these. I'm gaming the HMB, so there's really no surprise that they have made it into the top 5 at number 1. I'm gaming the 4 and 5 iron in the HMB because I am very honest with myself and realise that I am not good enough to game the MB in the long irons. So I'm with the HMB. They still look fantastic in the bag. This bag still looks beautiful. They still look okay down at the golf ball, and I can generally get the 4 iron out there like that. Just way better, way easier. Still feels phenomenal. It doesn't quite feel as soft as the MB, but how can it? And you see, I'm well aware just how much of a part bag appeal makes when you do buy irons. I think that's where Mizuno have absolutely killed it. I'm going to try and hit this MB again in the 4 iron. Let's see if we can get a nice... That's as good as I've got. Still got a little bit left, but the distance was nice. It felt phenomenal. And that's where sometimes you might even think to yourself, coulda, shoulda. The answer's probably going to be no, but you can think it. So guys, they are my top 5 irons of 2019. You could call them top 6, but I'm going to go with top 5 because they're in the same family, and that's only fair enough. Guys, hit those comments below. Which were your top 5 irons of 2019? Were they the same as mine? Were any the same as mine? I think that's the beauty of it, isn't it? They don't all have to be the same. It is all based on opinion, and for me, these are the best of the bunch. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've also had a fantastic 2019, and I very, very, very much look forward to seeing you all in 2020. Apart from that, well, I guess I'll just see you tomorrow.